so today we're going to be creating an equations applet. Okay, so it's really important for us to understand the different vocabulary words associated with equations. Does anyone know why that is? Andrew?
Because if you, like, for instance, screwed up what a variable was, you could do the wrong operation and completely ruin your answer to the equation.
Absolutely. And if I'm up here teaching and talking to you, and we're getting into equations with variables on both sides, and I say we need to move the constant from one side to the other side, you, when you're looking at your problem, you need to understand what the constant is. Or if I say isolate the variable and remove the coefficient, you need to know what all of those different words mean. Okay, so to help us with this, we're going to create a graphic organizer to show all of our equation vocabulary. Okay, so what are some words we think need to be in our equations vocab applet? Joseph, what's one?
Variable.
Variable is one, yep. Bryson?
Equation.
Equation, we could put that in there, yep. Jacob?
If there's going to be a variable, there has to be a coefficient.
Coefficient, good, so we've got variable, we've got coefficient. We have Laura?
Constant.
Constant, and there's one last one. Caleb? Term, okay, so those four terms, or four words, should definitely be somewhere in our equations vocab applet. Alright, so we're going to create a applet, and we're going to do two things on this applet. We're going to describe the pieces and parts and the vocabulary to that applet, and we're also going to solve an equation that I provide you, and you're going to describe the steps in how to do that. And it's only a one-step problem, and we have those 4 steps already in our notes, so you're going to be able to copy them down and provide them so you have one place where you can view all of this information that you need. Okay, so this is an example of what a applet looks like, and yours isn't going to be as long because this has equations with variables on both sides. So this was done by an 8th grader here, so yours isn't going to be as long, but this is kind of what your final product is going to look like.
I've done that before. No.
Awesome. Yeah.
I did it before, but it was on the iPad.
Perfect. Well, we're going to learn how to do it on your
Yeah, we
Chromebooks
did
for
it
you.
on the iPad.
Perfect. Okay?
Yeah.
So to get started with Applet, I want you guys to log into the website, and it's Popplet.com. It's POPPLET.com. And I do not want you to click on anything on that webpage until we're all there.
Okay.
And when you're on the webpage, turn your Chromebooks around so I can see who's ready to move on. I should do that. Okay, fantastic. So you're all in the same place. What I want you to do is I want you to click on try it out. Yep.
Look like that flash.
Yes. Okay, so I want you to click on try it out.
And then what?
Okay? And we're just going to wait there. And don't move on until I tell you to move on, because we're going to create an account for you guys.
It says you need Flash Player.
Okay, so click on the little Adobe thing and it should load for you.
Adobe thing.
Like you should see, there's a little box that says
Below it, there's a box that says Run Flash.
Run Flash. Okay?
I don't think
Because some people may not need it. Okay? So everybody should be looking at a screen that looks like this. Is there anyone who has not a screen that looks like this? So from here, go ahead and click that box off, and I want you to click on the box that says sign up, please.
Does it say sign up, please?
Yeah, it just says sign.
Okay.
Yeah, the little pink one that says sign up. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and fill in your information, first name, last name, your email address. Please use your school email address here and a password that you want to create, and make sure you click on I agree to Popplet. Okay, so we are going to click on make a new Popplet. Okay, and I want you to name your Popplet equations vocabulary, please.
Take a color.
Okay, you can then click the color, the background color, and click on make it so.
equations was.
Vocabulary.
Color that it has to be?
Nope, you can make it whatever color you would like. Okay, so the first popple that we're going to make, everyone is going to make the exact same one. Okay, so to make a popple, all you do is double tap your screen. Okay, so if you double tap your screen in the middle, okay, you're gonna see a popple come up. Okay, so did everybody double click their screen to make a popple? Okay, so when you're here, if you click on this little square thing here, okay, that's gonna go ahead and change the outside border of your popple, so you can make it whatever color that you wanna make it. Okay, so if you need to type in text, you can click on the little A that says type stuff. Okay, you can change the font, you can change how it's ordered there. If you click on the little drawing pen, okay, then you can actually use your touch screen and draw something in there if you would like to. And if you needed to, we're not going to use it, but if you click on that little picture icon, you can upload pictures into your popple as well. Okay, so you can either type or draw in, but everyone's first popple in the middle is going to be exactly the same. And I want that popple to be negative 2x equals 100. You can draw it or you can type it. So negative 2x is equal to 100. Okay, and I can go ahead, oops.
How do we make it? That's nice.
How do you make the popple?
You
Double
double
tap on the screen. What's your question? Okay, so if you wanted to, you can move your popple around this on the screen. Okay, you can click on this over here and it makes it bigger or smaller to adjust the size of your popple. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make the first bubble together. Okay, so I want you to make a second popple. So double click anywhere on your screen.
So you don't want us to draw?
You can draw or type it in, whatever you want to do. I just can't type up here, so I'm drawing it in.
No, there you can connect links.
We're not connecting yet. We're going to connect. Okay, so we're going to have a popple for each vocab word that we're going to use. Remember, our vocab words are variable, constant, coefficient, and term. So we're going to do the first one together, and I'm just going to write in here variable. Okay, you're going to go ahead and define that with your partner and type that in there. Okay? But when you're done defining them, so I want the word and the definition, okay, I want you to then connect them to your original popple. Okay, and all you do to do that is you drag one of these little dots and you connect it to the main one. So now when you move them around, okay, they move together. They're connected together. You can still move them each separately, yes. Okay, you have to click off of the either one so that there's nothing highlighting each of them, and then you drag it.
I can't figure out either there.
So drag it, don't touch the actual popple
Oh, the
itself.
line.
You touch around it.
Oh.
Okay?
Yes.
You can do that without the line.
Yes, you can make a branch off of it. Okay, so you're going to have then a popple for variable, you're going to have a popple for coefficient, constant, and term. Okay, and then you're also underneath of here, you're going to create another popple that has the 4 steps to solving. Okay, the 4 steps to solving an equation, they're in your notes. We wrote them down. Can anyone just remind us of what the first step is? Carol? Identify the variable. That was your first step. So step number 1 should say identify the variable. Okay, and then you tell me what the variable is here. So your last popple should have your equation all the way solved down. Okay, when you're ready to turn this in, you're going to click on that little gear at the top. You're then going to select export, which is on the menu list from the settings. You can look at it now. So if you click on the settings, you can click on export. Okay, and then you scroll down and then you should see select as a JPEG, which is a picture image. So when you export it as a picture image, you're going to want to save it to your drive, and that's automatically going to come up for you. So save it to your drive. Then you're gonna go to Google Classroom. I've already posted an assignment for you to turn it in there. You go to Google Classroom, you click on the equations Poplet, click on add an attachment, and then you select your Poplet photo and click submit.